What's up, guys? My name is Jack, and welcome to Invest Today. Today, we're going to talk about trading platforms because honestly, it's one of the most important parts is getting set up and finding the right brokerage account for you because there are many out there. And today, we're going to talk about 3 professional online brokers and one that is kind of newer and coming into the space and cause a little disruption, especially with younger people. So first, we're going to talk about TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade is the broker that I use for my personal stock trades. I love it very much, and it's ranked actually number 1 in terms of brokerage in 2018 by stockbroker.com. It has $6.95 commission trades for stocks. So that means every time you buy or sell a stock, TD Ameritrade will deduct $6.95 from your account. It is the first brokerage to have 24/5 trading, which basically means 24 hours of the day, 5 days a week, you can place trades around the clock, even though, as everyone knows, the market is open 9:30 to 4, at least in Eastern Standard Time. Thinkorswim is what I believe for myself that it's the sticking point for TD Ameritrade. What it is you get TD Ameritrade and you can have all the access to like their online website and all that stuff, but Thinkorswim is a downloadable professional trading software for both like Mac and Windows, and you can even get it on Linux. It's just a little trickier to download it. But Thinkorswim gives you access to like the Street.com, Jim Cramer's company, and really gives you like professional level tools in terms of like buy, sell, or hold recommendations, as well as like you can add studies, 50-day moving average, 20-day moving average, 200-day, whatever you want to do, ascending triangle, flag, and we'll go into all those later, but you can add a lot of tools which will really aid you in getting the best price in terms of both buying and selling. It's the number 1 for desktop platforms, that is Thinkorswim, and it's also number 1 for phone support and number 1 for education. TD Ameritrade actually has a section in their Thinkorswim to talk about education and learning about all the studies like ascending triangles, like I just mentioned, and flags, and just kind of some trade signals, different indicators. And I personally love it and use it all the time. I'm on it every day, and I'm learning more and more about it every day. So there's still a lot more that I don't understand about it, but from what I have got a grasp on, I absolutely love it. So the next one, the second one we're going to talk about is Fidelity. Fidelity, their main selling point is $4.95 trades. So as you can see, that's significantly lower than TD, especially if you're doing a lot of trading, like day trading, or even like medium term to short term trading, let's say 1 to 3 months even. You get to save those $2 and on both the buying and selling. So really it's like a $4 of savings compared to TD Ameritrade, which is great. And that's why a lot of people love them. And they're ranked number 1 for execution quality. That is in terms of their buying and selling. So like, let's say you want to buy a stock for $185 a share and you put an order in, they're ranked number 1 in execution for giving you that exact price. Then oftentimes if you put in like, let's say 185, you might get it for 185.95 or, something in there. So, but Fidelity is ranked number 1 for online execution in terms of giving you the price that you want on your securities. They're also ranked number 1 for research tools. And that's, again, very important because those just help, especially like a home gamer who's not a professional in the industry, to really get access to all those tools that maybe a professional might have on Wall Street or somewhere else at a firm to really give you an edge on that, on the kind of the competition there. They have viewpoint research articles, which is a lot like what TD has, like the Street, Credit Suisse, Forward Equity Research, just to name a few. They give you like buy, sell, and hold recommendations. So if like you have a gut feeling on a stock, you can kind of open up their document and read what it has to say and what their recommendation is. And they'll often like give you some snapshots of kind of pertinent financial information. And it's honestly, it's extremely helpful. However, there is a minimum deposit on Fidelity of $2,500. So if you're just starting out and you only have like $500 or so, you need a $2,500 minimum to open an account. So maybe look at something like TD Ameritrade or some of the other brokers we'll talk about in the future. So the next one we're going to talk about is E-Trade. E-Trade, like TD Ameritrade, has $6.95 trades. The minimum deposit is $500, so significantly lower than what Fidelity has, and TD Ameritrade actually has no limit as of right now. They could up that in the future, but at the time of recording, they have no limit on the amount of money. You could put $10 in if you really want to. Kind of be a waste, but you could do it in theory. E-Trade's really known for their options trading. So they have a mobile app, like all the other ones, which is very good. I've played around with it a little bit, and I honestly love all the features of the app, but it's built specifically for options traders. It's ranked number one, the number one rated platform for the past 7 years for options traders. So if you do options, and that might be the best brokerage account to go for you. And if that works for you, that's awesome. TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, they all have options, kind of some options tools to work with. Personally, I'm not much of an options trader myself, maybe just to cover some positions. But if you really are into options, E-Trade is probably the best bet for you. They're also ranked number one for mobile trading. So if you're, again, on the go a lot and you don't have a lot of time to sit down behind a computer and really delve into things, again, number one for mobile trading platform, and that's also by stockbrokers.com in 2018. And one more promotion that E-Trade is currently running, at least for the foreseeable future, it's not like a expiration, but they announced this as like a permanent program, is if you make more than 30 trades per quarter, so, the quarter's broken down, year's broken down into quarters. If you make more than 30 in each quarter, the price for commissions go down to $4.95, which kind of matches Fidelity. So that could be a little added bonus for you. So that's awesome. The last one we're going to talk about is Robinhood. Robinhood is the newer kind of brokerage on the account. It's very new, and it's extremely popular with people in my age range. They offer commission-free trading, so $0. So if you put in a $500, let's say you're buying $500 worth of shares, they'll take $0 commission, and that's a huge plus for someone that maybe only has $500 or on $2,000 and under. That could be like a real selling point and really entice someone to get into the stock market as a whole, which I love. I want everyone to be in the stock market investing because that only pushes the stocks up further. They have so that's their real sticking point. And however, they don't have a lot of the research and the tools, the trading tools, like the street.com. They don't have those recommendations already built in. It's still a free site and everything, just like all the other ones are. There's no minimum deposit, which is awesome. But they like lack of access to market news. Now you can go Google Yahoo Finance and look up whatever stock, let's say Coca-Cola, type it in. You can get the news on like Yahoo Finance, but it's just not under one kind of umbrella like a Thinkorswim platform would be. So that's really all I have to say on Robinhood. Give it a shot. I recommend, comparing them online, like bring them up, see if they have like a current promotion. A lot of the brokerage accounts will run promotions. So it would be good to get on and see and kind of, they could sell it for you. TD Ameritrade might be offering 50 free commissions trade, 50 free trades, so no $6.95 fee, and that might be your selling point, and then you go with them. So honestly, it's what works for you. TD Ameritrade works for me, but it could be, if you want E-Trade, you're a big options trader, I totally recommend figuring out what works for you and going for it. Now, some overall considerations I want to talk about is, again, we talked about the trade commissions. That can be a big deal, especially with someone that has, less money to put, maybe, let's say, again, $2,000 and under. Getting $6.95 taken out on each buy and each sell, that can add up, especially if you're doing, maybe buy and sell every month or something like that. Account minimums, again, that could be a big sticking point. $2,500 for Fidelity. TD Ameritrade doesn't have one. Robinhood doesn't have one. And then E-Trade we talked about has $500 minimum, which I feel like everyone, if you're starting out $500, it has to be almost about the minimum for you to invest. Market news, again, the market will, especially we have the trade talks going on with Mexico, Canada, and also the China trade wars going on right now. So market news, having access to it kind of under one umbrella is a big plus. That's why I love TD Ameritrade so much, is they give me real access to kind of customize and see all the market news live. Also fees, we want to talk about maybe just like an ETF might have some upkeep fees. We want to pay attention to any fees that your brokerage might charge you, annually, quarterly, whatever it might be. So just pay attention to that and, really read the fine print on all those contracts that you'll electronically sign. And then also the speed and order execution. So again, if I want to buy a stock at $185 a share, I want to make sure I'm getting that price. I don't want to have to get it at 186 or whatever. And you really don't run into too many problems unless you're trading after hours per se. but just really make sure, Google your brokerage that you're thinking about going with, and then kind of see, what other people have to say outside of my own personal opinion, and then figure out, again, what works for you. That's all I have for today, guys. Thank you. Please hit the subscribe button right here. Throw me a like, and then add a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything to add to this. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you next time.